Welcome back. So, we're going to go over a stack of cards in slabs. All PC stuff for me. Some of them are very inexpensive. Um, some of them a couple of them I paid a little bit of money for. All of them were absolutely fantastic deals. Um, and I should be able to recoup selling some extras and replacements um, in the very near future. Pay for this whole thing and then some. So, starting off for the Jewish baseball players PC, we have Sid Gordon. This is a 1949 Eureka Sport stamp in a PSA 9. And many of you that are familiar with some of the stamps that were created for different teams and sports, these stamps get hammered on the grades usually. So finding one a 9 is quite surprising. And for $4 or $5, I figured I'd pick that one up and add it. This was actually a surprising. I did not have this already. I had the mini, but for some reason I had overlooked the 1975 Topps 63 MVPs with Elston Howard and Sandy Koufax on there. This is a PSA 8, which for the 75 Topps set is pretty darn good. And again, for $5, I'll add it every time. And fills a nice hole for me, one that I completely overlooked. Next up, we have a 1955 Golden Stamps Al Rosen of the Cleveland Indians. And this one is in a PSA 6, which is much more common for stamps of this vintage. This is in a similar book to one I showed you previously for the Dodgers, the 1955 Golden Stamps Dodgers book, which has the Koufax rookie stamp in it. So obviously they made one for the Cleveland Indians. Al Rosen being one of the stars on that team, obviously he had a stamp. So nice add to the Rosen PC. Also in that same book that Rosen was in is the Hank Greenberg stamp. So 1955 Golden Stamps, Hank Greenberg, when he was an executive with the Cleveland Indians. This one is in a PSA 7, which this one I think I paid $20 for, which these do not come up often. So adding this to the Greenberg PC, I am completely happy with that. The color is fantastic on it, and really the grade, back's nice and clean. Just really happy to add that to the Greenberg PC. Next up, Deja Vu, 1941 Harry Danning, 41 play ball Harry Danning autograph card. His autos are not too common. He fits into the PC. When I saw this for, I think it was $30, I figured I'd jump on it. Not in as good a shape card-wise as the other auto I purchased not long ago, but it's still on card. It's still a very clear auto. I mean, the auto would grade very well. The card itself, not so much. But happy to add another Harry the Horse Danning. For you Yankees fans out there, very important ticket in 1950 Yankees history. This is it from a game September 23rd, 1950. This is Mickey Mantle's first game in pinstripes. Now, if you look up his record, his career stats, you will not see 1950 in his stats. His first at-bat was not until 1951. However, he was called up at the tail end of the 1950 season and rode the bench for, I believe, 2 weeks while the Yankees won the pennant and then the World Series. So while this isn't a debut ticket, it is indeed his first appearance at Yankee Stadium in pinstripes of his career. last, we have a stunning upgrade to the Greenberg PC. 1940 play ball, Hank Greenberg, in a PSA 6. This one was listed, it was brought to my attention by another Greenberg collector, and we're just all astounded by the price that was on it. And this was $210, which is more in line with what a 4.5 will go for on the play ball. Getting one in a 6, I don't care any play ball from 1940. Getting a 6 is hard enough. Getting a star player, it can be quite pricey, and I was lucky to find this or to have this brought to my attention. And when I saw it, I decided to jump on it, and this will be a nice upgrade to my previous 1940 play ball Greenberg, which I believe topped at a 4.5. So, like I said, you got to make friends, be friends with those that collect the same thing. It's not a competition. You're there to help one another, and this is a perfect example of that situation. So I'm happy to add that Greenberg, or upgrade that Greenberg in my PC, and also to add this Greenberg to the PC as well. I think like I said, it's not some of them were cheap, these cards were cheap, some of them were not so cheap, but they're all just fantastic deals overall. Even the Mantle ticket should have been a lot more than it was, which, full disclosure, I got them down to $160 on the ticket, because I think it's the only price I didn't review. But for that particular piece of history, I'll definitely pay up a little bit on that ticket. So that's what I got for you this time around. All PC slabs for me. I think interesting overall. So I thank you very much for joining me. And please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or a YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. Have fun by being active in this community. Find your way of participating, whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, which I hope I provide some education here. The more your PC will grow, sometimes from a tip from others. The more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friends you'll make. There's some great people I've gotten to know quite well. I'm happy to call them friends, and I'm honored to call them friends, which would never have occurred if I had never started this channel. So I thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.